Hi everyone. Uh, this is not the episode I was expecting to make. Um, in fact, most of the episodes this year I kind of had well planned in advance, knew exactly what I wanted to do, where I wanted to shoot, what type of fish I wanted to target for the most part. And there's a whole bunch of ideas I haven't gotten to yet. Um, but every so often, life throws you a curveball, and that's where I am right now. I haven't uploaded in the past couple weeks because unfortunately, on Monday, October 31st, my dad passed away. You might remember Steve. He showed up in a couple videos, and it was unexpected. It Now, with 2020 being hindsight, there were a couple, symptoms of underlying heart disease that he missed, and I missed, and a lot of friends and family did, and which is unfortunate because his death could have been probably preventable. But I spent the past, better part of the first week finding out, getting the funeral ready, kind of blaming myself. I've moved beyond that. I know there's a couple other guys and friends. We're all in the same boat right now. Um, During his viewing and funeral, we all kind of talk about it, and I know a few of his friends are taking this every bit as hard as the immediate family, and I feel for you guys. I know exactly what you're going through. We all are. Um, but that's not what I mean. Us dwelling on this isn't what Dad would have wanted. Granted, I always knew that of all likeliness I would outlive him. We've had conversations about this since I was a little kid. Death isn't anything that really frightened him nor I. Um, but this is one of those cases where, well, he went about 20, 25 years before any of us were expecting. And it's true what they say. It is easier to leave than it is to be left behind. And fortunately, from everything we were able to, gather, basically, my mom called me after I got home from work. I was having dinner with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, I'll call her back. And I picked up my phone a few minutes later and noticed there's a 4 minute long voicemail on there. Um, I hear, just listen to like the first 3 seconds. There's sheer panic in her voice, and she's just, telling me, Jake, call me back. I knew that tone, and I was like, okay, I'm thinking in my head real quick as I'm dialing, like, car accident, car broke down. Then the third thought was, why isn't she calling Dad? And that's when it dawned on me what was happening. So I called. She came home from work and just found him as he was, just sitting there in his recliner. Um, Headphones still in, jamming the tunes on his cell phone. So the fortuitous thing was he didn't see it coming. And it was just one of those cases where he fell asleep and didn't wake up. Uh, with the aftermath and everything, it put my head, all of us, in a position for a few days. I'll put it that way. Um, but yeah, the funeral and getting together with friends and family, seeing exactly that we were on the same spot in this just really helped. And I'm making this video for, two reasons. Most of the viewers at this point on this channel are friends of the family and, friends of mine. And there's a couple others out there that don't know about the situation, don't follow me on other social media platforms. And I felt like I also owed it to you guys to like let you know, hey, where I have a good reason for not uploading lately. But as far as everyone else, I mean, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I know my dad was extremely happy that I found a way to mix my relaxation getaways, with fishing, with what I know with video production and uh, audio editing. These are all things that he taught me. My dad was a DJ for almost 50 years. And so from early on, I always heard him playing tunes and hooking up speakers, amplifiers. I never really followed him in that direction. When I was 10 years old, the school gave us our little slips of what instruments we wanted to play. And my first choice was actually drums. So I brought that slip home, told him what I wanted to do. He's like, nope, no, like, nope, drums are too loud, too annoying. What's your second pick? I picked saxophone. And I showed him. Oh, in the wrong hands, the saxophone can be equally annoying. But he's always very supportive of me, making music. And I wasn't one of those kids that like was just a natural, picked it up, and he's a prodigy. No, it was, you learn notes, you learn fingerings, and you go through the motions of learning songs. And as I got older, I started having more of an interest in learning advanced techniques and having a desire to perform. And once again, he encouraged that. And even when I was making bad sounds in the house, he encouraged me by walking out and heading down to the bar for a drink, coming back like, okay, here's what you're doing, here's what you need to do. And I took it to heart. He followed me on this. He got me over, early fears of stage fright. I actually mentioned this at his funeral. Uh, Getting up there in front of the podium in front of friends and family, when you're emotionally a wreck over all this, it's probably the hardest little gig I ever volunteered for there. But to give it to you straight, he taught me, one of the first things he taught me was more people have a fear of public speaking, or a greater fear of public speaking, than they do dying itself. And yeah, for many years that was true. Um, Now I really don't care. I played in front of tens of thousands, and he's played in front of thousands and thousands too. And we just take it in stride. Yeah, sometimes you're in a room doing a job, and you're the center of attention, and that's all you have to view it as. So I owe my father a lot to everything that I've done. He wasn't just a dad to me. He was a best friend. Very much a disciplinarian when we were younger, and I was a little hellraiser, especially as a child. But hey, we got through it. He taught me lessons. There are consequences for actions, and try to stay on the straight and narrow as much as possible, Dad. But yeah, once the eulogy hit, I'm sorry, not the eulogy, the obituary hit, I was just getting bombarded nonstop by anyone and everyone who knew him. And what amazed me about all this, and I knew some stories. I mean, him and I would hang around in the same circles and had a lot of the same friends, but it was the stories I didn't know about. Um, Knowing just how important he was to other people. I mean, it's now kind of a little bit of a joke, but he was really our father in a communal sense, and he was never going out of his way to do anything like that. It wasn't like, I'm going to go out and save or help people. He's just one of those guys that was always genuine, and if you ever needed a hand, give him a call, and he would always be there. And it's really a tragic loss. Um, so I wake up Thursday morning after, I think, crying my eyes out most of Wednesday. His buddy Tom actually put up a song, and I'm going to link that on here. Sorry, Tom, I probably should have asked you for permission on this, but this is impromptu, and I think it's important. Um, it brought us all to tears, family and everything, and I can't even express how I feel about that. Tom's actually a musician, works in bands. My girlfriend actually knows him really well. Um, Unbeknownst to me, my dad has brought him up quite a few times, but we never had a chance to actually know each other. He knew my dad from car cruises that my dad DJ'd, and he talked about me and him to me. So uh, wish I could have met Tom under better circumstances, and along with a lot of other friends and family throughout the past week. Um, but yeah, this is, I don't want to go too long winded with all this, but this is just a little tribute to my dad. Um, Tom's song and just what I was playing at the luncheon for his funeral. In fact, what I did, I plugged up one of his PA speakers and just let some classic tracks run, songs that he had always liked, while the video here was playing. The only audio at the video there was just us going out fishing. All the stills didn't have any audio in the background, so I'm adding that in post just for the sake of this YouTube channel. But other than that, if you have not seen this episode, I highly recommend checking it out, and that especially goes true to the friends and family who knew him, because it was a fun little adventure in teaching my dad how to fish again, and rightfully so, he did catch the best fish of the day. So I'll be back soon. Got a couple other things to do the next couple days, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hit the water. We're in trout extended season, and got some cool stuff coming soon. So literally with winter. So we'll be talking soon, and well, you know what I usually say to close out a video, but right now I'm just gonna let my dad speak for himself.
Good morning, everybody. I guess it's noon now. I haven't written anything for quite a while, but every once in a while, you learn of something that you have to write about, and that was this morning. This is a song for Steve. This fella, he was a friend of mine, righteous, quiet and kind, heart of gold, good and strong. And he liked to play a song. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. Here one day, then I'm gone. And then one warm October day, he just up and went away with a song. He flew right in the air, and in no time he was everywhere. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. Here one day, then I'm gone. And his son, well, he played a song too. His dad was proud with his quiet and humble few. He'd count tickets, most he'd give away, so that everyone might hear his boy play. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. Here one day, then I'm gone. and his son, well, I never saw him play, but I promised that I would someday. Then that fella, well, he played my song too, and he smiled, 'cause he knew, I knew he knew, I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. Here one day, then I'm gone. And this song, it ain't for everyone, just some fella who knows a day will come, in a folding chair and a rusty van, sharing songs for his fellow man. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't gonna be here long. Here one day, then I'm gone. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Smile and do something kind for someone.
My dad, Steve, here, putting his lures away. When's the last time you caught a fish?
A year and a half ago.
We're going to correct that one way or another.
I bought every lure that's possible. Still haven't caught nothing.
And we are at Cross Creek in Washington County. Cross Creek Lake. It's one of the best little kept secrets in southwestern Pennsylvania. All right.
Bingo!
So after throwing out a few more lures to no avail, we decided to use the genuine bluegill slayer, the worm. I switched right over to worms. Well, what am I doing? I'm holding this in my hand and no bobber.
As soon as that bobber hits, boom, boom, boom.
I'm not even doing bobber. Nice little gill.
You didn't even do a bobber.
No, just let it free float. That little Fisher Price fishing rod I used to have. I'm thinking about doing a video.
I can't even catch a bluegill.
I'll do what I'm doing. Got to do it this way. You got the tiny hooks too. I'm also using like a size, I think that's a size 12. It's what I usually use for my trout. He's got this one. There's no way that, just hold it, pay attention to it. As soon as you feel them nip and take, just pull back on them and they'll hook themselves.
Look at that. Just sucked it right off.
And this here's been the issue, the ongoing issue for a long time.
He hit my rod, bam! And there's nothing on the end of it. He sucked the.
We're getting this on camera, but.
Oh, I know. Nope. Everyone will believe me now.
For a long time, my dad has said he's had a fisherman's curse on him. This is the first time it's been this well documented.
Oh, I cannot catch anything. How about one of these hooks? They're a little bit longer.
No, too big.
How about this one?
What? Those should work. Yeah, I would go with one of those. As soon as you feel that tug back.
That's what I do now. I've been doing it ever since you mentioned that. I said, okay, I'll do that.
Just doing a little hook set, but not strong enough where...
Finally.
You broke the curse. Broke the curse. We got it. It's a good one too.
Cool.
Well, that is peculiar. Have one pull it on me. Pulled it right through the plants.
The other guy.
Oh, Chris. That's right. Down at
Okay, now I caught a bass.
He got the nicer fish today, folks. He got the good one. Oh, I'll give you a hand. Keep him there, keep him there.
Bingo.
There we go. Guess what? We're doing the slow motion stuff too. That is
It was
nice.
just hanging there too.
Yeah.
Pop that.
Just hanging still counts. Largemouth.
Yep.
That'll do it. Mr. Workmeister, you caught the biggest bass of the day and then just ate breakfast. How do you feel?
Oh, wonderful. It was a painstaking year and a half not catching anything. It was really, really nice catching that. Very nice.
How do you feel?
My fingers mostly.